Hey kids, welcome home. It's a rainy Sunday. We just got back from church to make some brunch, and we thought some cream chip beef sounded good, maybe some scrambled eggs, and I know I promised you a video about that, so let's get started. I've got my chip beef here soaking while I got my other ingredients together. We've got some butter, some flour, and some milk. And if you remember our ratios, we have 1 tablespoon of fat, a tablespoon of flour, and 1 cup of milk. In this case, we've doubled that to make the amount of sauce or gravy we want. So 2 of all of that. And with the milk, normally for sauces and gravies, I like to use whole milk. We don't normally keep whole milk, but we have 1% and half and half. And if you combine the two, then it approximates a good approximation of whole milk. The ratio is 2/3 a cup of 1%, 1/3 a cup of half and half, and obviously double that to make 2 cups. So let's get started. We'll get this pot hot. While that's warming up, I'll go ahead and cut up the chip beef, drain the water off. I like to soak it. Draws off some of the salt, otherwise it's really salty. And your mother's in the background whispering, "How long do you soak it?" And I just let it soak while I'm getting all my other ingredients together. Go ahead and cut them up into good sized chunks. About like that. Put butter in the pot. Let that get warm and melty. And we'll add our chip beef and then our flour. And once that's combined, we'll add the milk, and that'll be our gravy. This was always a favorite growing up. Always looked forward to cream chip beef on toast. I think Dad looked forward to it. I'm sure he ate his share of SOS in the Army, but he always seemed to enjoy it. So, alright, that's melted. Let's go ahead and get beef in here. Get it. So you want to stir this around and get it separated so that it's all has a nice even coating of the butter. So then you'll get a nice coating of flour on it too after we add the flour back to it. You can double this amount of meat if you want. If you want more meat in your gravy, you can do that too. Just kind of work these around, get them separated. It's also warming up the meat and the butter. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Bring it in here. Yeah, that's looking good. All right, we'll get the flour in there. We'll show you what that looks like. And you want to brown this flour just a little bit, not too much. You don't want your sauce too dark. And this at its heart, this sauce, this gravy sauce is a bechamel sauce. That's your basic white sauce, butter, flour, and then whatever flavorings you add. This obviously this flavoring is the chipped beef. All right. So if you call this a bechamel sauce, then it sounds like you know what you're doing, right? So, all right, you see that's starting to get brown. That's good. We'll get our milk in there, and that will loosen up all of that nice brown, all those brown bits. And after it comes to a boil, that sauce will start to thicken up. There we go. And you want to stir like the dickens when you get this milk in there. That'll loosen up all of those good bits on the bottom. And you can feel it as you stir. Starts to get the bottom of the pan initially feels kind of rough because the stuff is stuck to it. But as you stir it, it starts to smooth out and loosen up. And that's how you know you're getting all that good flavor bits off the bottom of the pan. And we turn the heat down a little bit. And gradually bring this back up to a simmer. And as it simmers, it'll thicken up. And that will be our cream chip beef. You want to keep stirring this. You don't want it to burn. After the sauce gravy starts to thicken, we'll turn it down, just down to low, maybe off. It'll stay warm while we get our eggs and toast ready. I don't know if you can see the dog in the shot, but she's trolling around my feet looking for some fallout. Poor Twy never gets what she wants out of the kitchen. Alright, let's bring you in. See what this looks like as it's coming together. So this is still really loose and really thin. You'll see as it starts to simmer, it'll start to thicken. The flour will start to thicken the sauce. But you want to keep stirring so you don't get any hot spots or things stuck on the bottom. And just get this as thick as you want it. It's not quite coming to a simmer yet, but it's getting there. I think I told you last time you want, when you start to see it, see the gravy chasing the spoon around in the pan, you'll know it's thick and ready to turn the heat off. Now, let me get you back over here. Get my hands free. There we go. I'm going to turn this up just a hair, real careful with it. You don't want to get it too hot. Then once it's thick, we'll season it. A little pepper, maybe a little salt. I'll just see how much salt we're able to get out of the beef. We need to put some back in to taste. Now, Mom always used white pepper, with these cream sauces. Little better presentation. You don't see the black bits of pepper floating around in it. It's whatever you want to use. We have white pepper, black pepper. So you can season it without actually seeing the little bits of seasoning in it. Starting to thicken. Hasn't quite come to a simmer yet. That's alright. You want to do it nice and slow. Can't get in a hurry with your sauces. Turn it down a little bit. And here it's starting to sizzle as the spoon goes around. Yeah, it's starting to come to a simmer now. Stop stirring for just a second. Wait to see if it starts to bubble like it's coming to the simmer, and it is. But obviously, you don't want to pause too long with your stirring. Yeah, starting to thicken up, starting to come to a simmer. So we're getting close. See, it's starting to simmer there. And now it's just a matter of letting it simmer. Turn it down some until it's as thick as you want. It's essentially cooked now. You're just wanting to get the right thickness. And again, if you have leftovers, they'll tend to get thick over time, like the next day or so. If there's any leftover, a lot of times there's no leftovers with this, but add a little milk back in when you warm it up, and good as new. Alright, that is essentially it. Turn it down some more. Give it a taste. That's good. Pretty good right there. Rich, buttery. You got a taste of the beef in there. I'm going to put just a little bit of pepper in. In a nod to Mom, we're going to use some white pepper. Let me find some here. Maybe.
It might not be on the spinner.
Oh. Ah, there it is. I was looking for a small one. We got a big one.
Well, it comes out fast. I pour a little in the lid and then shake in what I want.
Okay.
Just a tip.
Yep, this one comes out fast. So, I'll just grab this. Little white pepper. Yeah, that's looking good. Alright, we're going to turn this off. And we'll get on with our eggs. I'm going to stop the video here. And maybe I'll make another one for eggs, but I think you guys know how to make scrambled eggs. So, alright. Alright, welcome to the scrambled egg portion of our video. This is some scrambled eggs to go with our cream chip beef that we're having with toast. So we're going to scramble probably 6 eggs here. And I know you kids are probably familiar with how to make scrambled eggs. I think we showed you that, but we'll go ahead and make a video anyway. Eggs are there. Go ahead and whisk these up a little bit. Add some milk. Mom always adds the milk, so that's how I've always done it. I hear folks say add milk, don't add milk, add water, don't add water. So it's whatever your preference, whatever you like it. And that's about all the whisking you need. You don't want to whisk it up too much. So a little bit of milk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. Got some butter getting hot in the pan here. Let's go and turn this up. Get the butter all over the pan. There we go. And this won't take long. Once the eggs hit the pan, looks good. Okay, we'll let those start to set just a second, then we'll get to stirring. Our gravy back. Breakfast was always a favorite meal growing up, especially on the weekends when Mom or Dad had time to cook good brunch. All right, so they're starting to set on the bottom. We just want to kind of stir those into the middle. As you do that, the liquid flows back out to the outside. Continues cooking. That middle stir. Not much to scrambled eggs. It's one of the first things Mom would let me cook growing up by myself. Turn this down. Don't want it too hot. There we go. Get all that scraped into the pan. Don't want to leave anybody out of the party. There we go. Nice fluffy scrambled eggs. And cook them until they're just not runny anymore. You don't want to overcook them. Then they get that's what you want right there. Done. Perfect scrambled eggs. Turn the heat off, set them back, and we will put some salt and pepper on to taste. And that's it. That's all there is to it. All right, well, let's get this onto a plate. Nice. Got our eggs, our cream chip beef, and some toast here, so let's just see what this is about. Just how I remember it. Not too many things that I get right that remind me just exactly how Mom made it, but this one's one of them. I don't know about you, but I like some gravy on these eggs too. That's so good. All right, kids, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Try it out. I know you'll like it. Love you, kids. Bye.